doing the 25 days of acting smarter. I wanted to talk to you about today is day 5, and I wanted to talk to you about the enemies of acting. Um, a lot of times we don't think about all the negative stuff of that comes along with acting, and some of that has to do with your enemies. You got to know your enemies. It's like I grew up on the streets of Spanish Harlem, and one of the things I was taught is always know your enemies. You got to know how to deal with them. You have to know who they are, and you start feeling like you are not enough. That's an so violently sometimes, make you afraid. If you're afraid, a lot of times you get paralyzed and then you don't do anything. So I like to take fear and turn it upside down and make it adventure. Instead of being afraid, I get adventurous. It's like, okay, let's do this. We're going to do this. And I just turn that energy to I make that energy, um, I embrace it and I own it and I tell it what to do. So if I'm adventurous, that fear can't come at me. In the Bible, it says God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So anytime I start feeling fear, I know that's not of God. And I go, oh no, you got to get out of here, because the Bible says where fear is, God cannot be. So if you are enveloped by fear, you've chased God out. So we want to bring God back into our lives. I always just say, fear, you got to go. You are not welcome here. You're not paying the bills. You ain't paying my rent. Get out. Say, get out of here. Another enemy to our acting is distraction. And I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You get distracted. You're supposed to be reading your script. You're supposed to be preparing for a role or getting ready for the stage, and you get distracted. You start doing something you have no business doing. That is not the time to start cleaning your apartment when you should be looking at your lines. So distraction is another enemy of our faith and of the actor. Another enemy is procrastination. How many times do you go, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, and you never get around to it? Well, let me just tell you, procrastination is an enemy, because comparison, you are not in the excellent. When you're working with people who are better than you, it just sharpens you. It makes you want to be the best you can be. But when you're working with people who don't know what they're doing, you ain't going nowhere. So that's an enemy to really watch out for. Another enemy is perfectionism. Sometimes we want to be perfect. We want to do everything perfect, and then we don't do anything. That's like, we want to be perfect, then we procrastinate, then we don't do anything, then we get jealous and we start comparing. All of that gets us in so much trouble. Stop it. Recognize those enemies and run from them. Do not let them in. Don't let them in your house. Don't let them seduce you. Don't let them entertain you and talk to you. Get them out. Another enemy I want to talk about is imposter syndrome. How many of you have imposter syndrome? You don't think you're good enough, you don't belong, you don't know what you're doing. So here's the thing. If you don't know what you're doing, a good thing to do is get into an acting class, get into some kind of class to sharpen you and give you the tools and the system so you know what you are doing. If you don't know the business, my Acting Smarter Planner is great for you, as well as the online course that I have called Acting Smarter Now. It will help you, it will get you ready so that imposter syndrome can go. And the last thing I want to talk about is stinking thinking. You got to get your mindset right. That's part of the enemy that comes to steal, kill, and destroy your vision, your mission, your dreams. Stinking thinking will take you down. You start thinking, oh, so and so said I wasn't good enough, so I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. I'm not. No. Something that I've learned, and I've been in this business a long time. I've seen people skyrocket. I've seen people uh, inch their way to success, and I've seen people who were very, very talented crash and burn. And a lot of it had to do with mindset. Your mind, your thinking can either be your ally or your foe, one of your greatest enemies. Sometimes we don't need anybody's help because we do a great job sabotaging ourselves. That's another enemy to the actor. So get your mind right. Align your mind with the things you want to do, not what you don't want to do. Align your mind with the fact that you are a winner. You got to think success. Your mind has to be intentional about what you want. Don't let those feelings get in there and start messing with you and keep you from going anywhere. You have The Bible says you were born for a time such as this. God created you to do great and mighty things. And you can't do great and mighty things if you're letting your mind tell you that you're a loser, that you don't have what it takes, that you're not enough, that there are too many actors that look like you in the business. The truth is, there are not a lot of actors that look like you. There may be a lot of actors, but you are unique in your own self. And the more you dig into what it is that your special sauce is, yesterday we covered the brand versus type. As an actor, you are selling something. And if you can define your brand, not just a type, and a type is, let's say, the cheerleader or the college students or the thug. Those are types, but a brand is something very specific. Jennifer Lopez is a brand. Viola Davis is a brand. The Rock is a brand. Robert Redford is a brand. There are different. There are a lot of actors out there, and there are actors who work, but they're a type, so you don't know who they are. They're efficient. They do their job, but they don't bring that special sauce. They got the craft, they work hard, but they don't have that extra thing that puts them to over the top where know definitively who they are. So in order to fight these enemies, the more you know what it is that you sell, the more work and the bigger a career you are going to have. So I hope this helped you today. Come back tomorrow. We'll be on number 6. All month, we are talking about the 25 days of acting smarter. And if you want more information, you can go to my website, actingsmarternow.com, get your planner so you can be organized and motivated, or get the course, because I break down so many things that an actor needs. As an actor, I'm not one dimensional, I'm 3-dimensional. And that is what you are. You are 3-dimensional. That means the body, the mind, and the soul. And we don't function just because of our craft. We function because of our craft, because of our mindset, and because of our spirit. So I give you all kinds of things in the online course. I'm in love with that course. I just think if I didn't create it, I would be buying it, because I give you a 200 playlist of encouraging songs to keep you going. I break down everything you need to know about the business, as well as things to help you with your mindset, to help you with your organization, to help you book jobs, how to look for jobs. It's a great course. Anyway, that is what I got for you today. So go to www.actingsmarternow.com to check out the goodies that I have. Until next time, you make your light shine bright. Don't let anybody take that from you. Okay? Bye-bye.